So when I first got to meet Menahem, I had gone to the office, and the receptionist came out and knew who I was already. Was waiting for me. So she said, just wait a second, and then I'll get him. So she left for a few minutes, and then she walked back with Menahem. And he invited me in, and we walked in. And as we walked through the corridor, on either side of the corridor leading to his office, were several other offices, production offices. So as we walked by, the doors were open. So he would lean in and immediately smile and announce, "Hi, good morning. I want to introduce you to our new star, Mike Stone, the martial arts champion." And then he would do that. "Hi, everybody," go in the next door, all the way down to his office. Got into his office, sat there, and I was I was told by other people, I wanted to find out also and do my research a little bit to find out about the company and the people that I was about to work with. But the one thing I understood about Hollywood was that primarily it's about money. Of course, they're making movies, a lot of movies, and it takes a lot of money to make a lot of movies. And the producers are responsible for the money and the product. So when they look at someone like myself or anybody else that they consider a potential for making them money, they will say some things that are maybe not so accurate about you and about how they feel about you and everything to get your adrenaline pumping, get your ego up, massage your ego and stuff. And that's part of what they do. And I sensed that immediately because he was doing it to me in excess. But the idea for producers is that the bottom line is the money. So one of the things we discussed when we went into the office, he asked me why I was so excited about making a movie like this, that why I believed in it so much. And I said, well, when I grew up, I watched a lot of samurai movies and action films. And as a young kid growing up, like anybody else, I think, we have dreams and hopes that someday we can get involved and do things like this. And so that was my initial energy and focus. So all through high school, I prepared myself mentally and physically by being very active in different sports, basketball, football, volleyball, baseball, and to get ready for an opportunity like this, maybe that we could actually do something. So in the 50s in Hawaii, judo and jiu-jitsu were popular martial arts activities. Then in the 60s, karate came along and it was very popular and it caught the imagination of the American people. And then in the 70s, it was kung fu. So in the 80s, I really believed that something like ninja, that is so mysterious, unknown, would be something that would really catch the audience's imagination because of its mystique. And that's why I pursued that particular line for my script and making the movie. So that's what I really believe. And I'm excited about doing something like that. He asked me, so how many people do you think you will need to take to the Philippines to produce the action that you envision? How many people would it take? So I said, well, I don't know. It depends on what you're going to shoot. If we're there and you want to shoot something that we don't have the people that have the ability to do what you want, then we're short of people. And he says, but our concern is the bottom line. How much money will it cost? And if we're taking people there, we're flying them, they have hotel, meals, salaries, and everything. So I said, well, I'll put together an idea, but for the action that I see doing, since I have a ninja mask, or since all of us will be using different masks, and we will be concealed, then I can probably double and do a lot of things, even as a regular ninja, or if I'm the bad ninja, or playing the part of the good ninja by doubling him. I think if I take maybe 5 people, I think that'll cover the basic things. And then when we get there, I'm sure there are very talented martial artists there in the Philippines. They're very good gymnasts because some of the things we're going to do involves tumbling and acrobatics. So obviously, I'm not good at it. So maybe we can get other people there. And how you cut it in the film, you can make it look it was me doing it or somebody else or even the star. So I think if you allow me 5 people, I think we can pretty much do a very good job. So he says, "Oh, okay," because I thought you were going to ask for a team of 20 people or something like that. I said, "No, I think 5 people that know what they're doing, we can accomplish that. And then again, we'll have time to rehearse and teach other people some of the basic things that they need to know in the background and things." So I think 5 people will be enough. So he says, "Oh, great. Okay, you got your 5 people. Do you know who they are?" And I said, "Well, I have a basic idea already who I would like to take because of their skills, abilities, talents, and whatever." And he says, "Can you give me some names?" And I said, "Yeah, the first guy I recommend highly is a guy named Tadashi Yamashita. He's Japanese from Okinawa, and he's one of my karate instructors. And he's exceptional with weapons. I mean, that is really what he's known for. And he's here in the United States and everything, so we can have access to someone of that caliber. And I know personally how good he is with weapons. So that would be the guy that I would take. And maybe, like you said, for the bad ninja, he would fit the part very well. Then Bob Jones is a good friend of mine from Las Vegas, one of my students. Alan Amiel is a student of mine also. Jack Turner is a student. And there's a guy very good, a guy named Doug Ivan. And someone like him would be invaluable because that's somebody that I can work with on the choreography. And he's really exceptional in timing and movements and stuff like that. So we can get things on camera that would look very authentic and realistic because he's very good. His timing is excellent. In fact, he worked for many years working with another very famous martial artist, Fumio Demura, at the Japanese Village and Deer Park, where they had shows in Anaheim, California, next to Disneyland. And they had shows for years, and they even performed at Benihana's at the Hilton Hotel in Las Vegas. So they're very accomplished performing in front of people, and their skill set is very good. So I think those are basically the people I need. So he pretty much approved it right away. So what I did was I went asked Tadashi Yamashita, who I saw pretty much 2 or 3 times a week. And I said, "Listen, Tadashi, there's a very good movie coming up, I think, a ninja movie for the first time. And I recommended you as the villain, the bad ninja, to oppose, the hero." So he said, "Oh, so I cannot be the hero?" I said, "No, I don't think they're casting a Japanese guy right now for the hero. So they have maybe an American guy or somebody. But uh, yeah, you're very qualified to do all of the weapons and the ninja stuff very easily. You could do that." He said, "Not interested. If I can't play the hero, I don't want to do the movie." So I was really shocked. I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." So he turned me down. So the next person I thought about was Sho Kosugi, and Sho was also a team member with Fumio Demura when they did the shows at Japanese Village and Deer Park. And Sho's ability with weapons and skill, his martial arts basics, he was very good. And he has a very good look, I think, physically. He's a big, strong guy. He has good skills. And I thought he would be really excellent for that. So I asked Sho to be that, and he accepted. So those were the basic. And then we got the team together. We rehearsed a lot before leaving for the Philippines. And then actually, when we first arrived and got to the whole and hotel and everything, after we got settled, the first thing we did was to go out for a run, a jog, get acclimated to the weather, and did some training at one of the terraces at the hotel, just to start getting into the mindset and getting physically orientated with the weather because it's quite humid in the Philippines. So that's basically what we did, and those are the people that we got to do the movie, and they did really an excellent job. The thing I have to say about Sho is that I really respect and admire him for his skills, abilities, talent, professionalism. He's an intense guy when he needs to be. So I appreciate that because pretty intense individual myself, from what I've heard. But it was nice to be able to work with people that I knew that were very talented. So I think we all felt comfortable leaving for the Philippines, knowing that we had the core of a very good team that could do all the physical things that was needed to make the movie, to make a pretty good movie.